modal score from this set of numbers is, as you know, modal is a number that occurs the most and 3 occurs 3 times in this set of numbers. If we're looking for median, guys, remember when you're looking for median, you arrange a number from largest to smallest or smallest to largest, so in order, and then find the middle number. If 2 numbers appear in the middle, you add them both, then divide by 2, and if you're finding the mean, you add everything, then divide by the amount of numbers that are present. 42, a bag contains 2 red, 6 yellow, and 6 blue marbles of similar shape and size. Find the probability of drawing a blue marble. So probability is the number of marbles divided by the total number of marbles, the number of blue marbles, which is what we're trying to find, divided by the total marbles. So the number of blue marbles, 6, and the total marbles, 12, which is 6 plus 4 plus 2, and we get 6 over 12, but it doesn't stop there. As I've been telling you from the start, always simplify your fraction. So it becomes 1 over 2. How many children took part in the survey? So for marking this question, some students literally just counted the columns and said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but that is not it. So this is the years that are participating within this survey, and this is the number of children that is attached to each column. So it would be attached to 4 years, 3, attached to 5 years is 4, number of children attached to 6 is 2, and attached to 7 is 5, and attached to 8 is 1, and when you add all that, you will get 15 as your answer. If 12 students prefer chocolate from this diagram, then the total number of students, so this is a pie chart showing the preference in drinks of a group of students. So remember that angle on a straight line measures 180 degrees. So in this case, milk and chocolate alone from this pie chart is 180 degrees. So what we're trying to find first is what is the degree attached to the number of students who prefer chocolate. So it is 180 degrees minus 120 to give us 60 degrees. And then we're going to use our change in percentage or degrees. So what we're saying, with 12 students is the same as 60 degrees, then how much x students, which is what we're trying to find, 360 degrees, which is the total. So x is equal to, after cross multiplying, 12 multiplied by 360 divided by 60. X is equal to 420, right? X is equal to 72, 0 cancel 0, then 6 into 432, and your answer will be B. You could also work it by saying, since I found the degree that is attached to 12 students, the remaining degrees for the rest of the pie chart is 300, so you could find what X is, and you get 60 students remain for the remainder of the pie chart. You add that 60 students plus the 12 students attached from chocolate, and you would get 72 students. So of 120 students writing an exam, 100 are expected to pass. The estimated probability of those that will fail the exam is If you listen to this recording, so you will definitely not be in the randomly failing student. It'd be in the 100 that passed. But if 100 are expected to pass, it means 20 going to fail. So it's 100 minus 120 minus 100 equal 20 students will fail. Therefore, the probability of those that will fail is equal to the 20 of those that will fail divided by the total number of students. And as always, you simplify your fraction and you get 1/6. Which of the following diagrams illustrate a function? This is question 46. Guys, remember, function is a one-to-one mapping, meaning a one-to-one mapping. Therefore, each element of the domain can only have one image in the range, and the only question that fits this is B. Only one coming. This has two, this has two, this has two. So each element of the domain can only have one image. That two images, two images, two images. Domain, range. The graph of the inequality in the diagram is defined by, so one, guys, I need to remember, when you see a dot that is empty as this, the inequality cannot read with an equal to sign. It cannot read with an equal to sign once the dot is empty. If the dot was full, meaning that it was completely black, that's the only time we'll have an equal to sign. So from that alone, I know that my answer cannot be C or D, and then based on the direction in which the arrow is going, all these numbers are less than 1. So X must read as being less than 1. So our A answer is A. If f of x equal 2x minus 1, then f of negative 3 is equal to, so wherever we see x, we're going to put negative 3. So f of x is equal to 2x squared minus 1. So f of negative 3 is equal to 2 times negative 3 squared minus 1. So f of 3 is equal to 3 is 9. And it's two negative numbers. A negative times a negative gives a positive. So 2 times 9 is 18 minus 1. So our answer is 70. The straight line AB cuts the x-axis. So this is our x-axis, this is our y-axis, straight line. The straight line cuts the x-axis at, this is where the straight line cuts the y-axis. And remember, when writing coordinates, it's always x first, then y, and the only one that symbolizes this is B, where x 0 and y is negative 2. What is the gradient of the straight line? So remember, guys, gradient of a straight line y is equal to mx plus c, and 2y plus 3x is equal to negative 8. So what we need to do is rewrite the formula according to how it is written for the general equation. So making y the subject. So 2y equal negative 3x minus 8, because we brought the positive 3x across the equal sign, so it becomes negative. And now we're moving the 2 from the y. It was multiplying, so when it comes across, it's now dividing. So gradient, which is m in the equation, y equal mx plus c, m is our gradient. So our gradient is negative 3 for 2. So our answer is B. So guys, we're almost at the end. We are going. So which of the following best describes the function? You can legit look through. You can look at it and determine what the relationship is, or you can go through the answers. From my look at it, I was like, okay, 2, 3, 4, 5. Counting on my fingers, I'm like, okay, 2, 3. So 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, 3 again. 8, 9, 10, 11. Also mean 11 plus 3, 14. So whatever is happening, it's x plus 3. And that's how I literally did it. So just find out what the relationship is. If you don't know, you can go through the answers and work out the answers to see which one will provide you with the same relationship that is expressed in the diagram. 52.
If the sum of the interior angles of a polygon is 4 right angles, then the polygon is a. So what we know is that the sum of the interior angle of a triangle adds up to 180 degrees, and from the question it said that the polygon contains 4 right angles. So it would be 90, which is the measurement for one right angle, multiplied by 4, which is equal to 400 and 4 9, 36, so 360 degrees. So we know that A could not be the answer. But what we're going to look at is there are many different ways to work this question. But we're going to look at a formula, n minus 2 multiplied by 180, and this gives you the sum of interior angles, where n is the number of sides. So for an hexagon, we know that the number of sides on an hexagon is 6, so it's 6 minus 2 multiplied by 180, and from that you would get 720, as it's 4 multiplied by 180. And for the pentagon, it is a pentagon contains 5 sides, so it is 5 minus 2 multiplied by 180, and that is 3 times 180, and you will get 540 degrees. And for a quadrilateral, it is 4 minus 2 multiplied by 180, and for that you will get 360 degrees. So from this you'll easily identify the sum of the interior angles, and the sum that we're looking for is 360 degrees, that it was 90 multiplied by 4. And from this we can safely say that our answer is D, which is quadrilateral.
In the diagram, AB and the CD are parallel. And right then, as I know what parallel are, we know that X is definitely equal to Y. They are the same. So X and Y are equal right there. This and right here be equal. This and right here equal. This and right here equal. So X and Y are equal. If in the triangle the value of X is the total degree within a triangle, or the sum of angles in a triangle, is 180 degrees. And they have given us 2 of those angles already, which is 30 and 30. So it's 30 plus 30 plus X, which is what we're trying to find. So we're now making X the subject of the formula. So it is 180 minus 30 equal 120 degrees. So 55, the image of the point P under the translation is, so what you're doing is we're really and truly just adding in, guys. That's really and truly it. So point P translation to get to our image. So point P -3 plus our translation of 2, and then we have 2 plus our translation of 1. So -3 plus 2, that will give us an image of -1, and 2 plus 1 is 3. So our answer is -1, 3. And that is our image. So our answer is D, guys. We're almost there, just a couple more minutes. So 56, how many triangles congruent to triangle ADE would be needed to cover the rectangle? I worked this out too. I used the formula and I also literally counted how many boxes triangle ADE occupied, and then divide the total boxes by how many boxes triangle ADE occupied. but let's use the formula of half base times height. And the base is 2, which is 1, 2, which is 1, 2, and the height 6, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, and this one 6. And the total area, which is the amount of boxes that is encompassed within this ABCD square, is 36. So to get how many triangles, it will be 36 divided by 6. And we know 6, 6, 36, 6, 1, 6, 6, 2, 6, 6, 18, 6, 4, 7. Yeah, you get the idea. So it's 6. So in the triangle not drawn to scale, the length BC. So this is our hypotenuse. This is the angle that is opposite. This is the length that is opposite the angle. And this is adjacent to the angle. And I'm not sure if you know Tower, where S is sine, O is opposite, H is hypotenuse, C is cos, T is tan, A is adjacent. And these are all division sides. Sine equal to opposite, sine of the angle is equal to opposite of hypotenuse, cos of the angle is adjacent over hypotenuse, and T is opposite over adjacent. So what they're asking for is opposite, which is BC, and hypotenuse we have, which is 40. So the question is asking us, or we can use sine as opposite and hypotenuse is attached to sine. So sine of the angle, which is 30 degrees, is equal to BC divided by 40, and we're going to find what BC is the length. So we transpose and get 40 sine 30, and our answer is A. So triangle element is rotated in a clockwise direction about L. So L will remain stationary while the rest of the triangle rotates at 90 degrees. So rotate L is stationary and we're rotating at a 90. So it is coming all the way around. So when it's rotated, N will be in this position. So L would be right here, N, and this is L, this is N, and this is M. So we're looking for anything that resembles this, and that is B. And 2 more questions to go, and then you'll be completely getting your full math for grade 1, leaving CXC examination like a boss. A plane is flying in a direction of 45 degrees and it changes course. How can I draw this answer? Changes course. For 45 degrees and clockwise direction and change course to 135. So 135 will be about here. So this is our 135. So what we're trying to find now is the difference between this here right here, this here, right here, this here, right here, and that is 135 degrees minus 45 degrees to give us 90. So 60 says AB is the image, ABC is the image of ABC under an enlargement of scale factor 2. The area of ABC in square units is, there are two ways or more that can work this. I literally use the scale factor to multiply each coordinate. So, for example, 1 and 1, I multiply that by the scale factor. So it becomes 2, 2, same thing, 3 and 1, multiply by 2, the scale factor to get 6, 2, and 1 and 3 to get 2 and 6. Kind of did a rough plotting of this new triangle. Use the formula half base times height, and you get your answer of C, or you can use the formula of equal k square, which is the enlargement factor, times area of object, which is a triangle. So it will be k square, which is the enlargement factor. So it will be 2 times 2 times half base times height. And as you can see, this occupies the base would be 1, 2, and also the height would be 2, 1, 2. So it is 2 square times half 2 times 2, and you'll get the same date. So thank you guys for tuning in. I wish you the best. Always remember to review, look over, look at your notes, ensure you know what the key factors, what are the definition of the key factors, as a distributive law, factors, multiple, and you will be fine.